trouble right now. That's okay. Yep, I'll go live in just a moment. And here we are. And alive. So still working on the Krootox writers. Messaged the customer on this, and they want me to change color of the mask that he's wearing. I'm going to go with a brown color. It's easy to resolve. And that's what we're going to do right off the bat. I have a handful of things left to do these things, and before I go and step into the basing and whatnot. So we're going to get started on painting. I'm going to start off with Doom Bull Brown, this color here. Hey Bones, welcome. Oh man. So I'm gonna do this, work on the mask a little bit. Not a little bit, I'm gonna do the whole mask. And then I'm gonna start really working on the highlights a lot. I'm also gonna work on I'm gonna say mouth, but it looks more like a beak, but I'll work on that. There's really not much left to do to it. I do have to have some shading back here and so forth, so we're gonna do that. So it's just a lot of little bitty things, and I've been working on what I do the one, I do the other, back and forth, and so yeah. Anyway, yeah, get it started. Starting off with Doom Bull Brown. This is going to be the color, the base color of the mask. Doom Bull Brown. What is Doom Bull? I don't know what that. I know that's a. I don't know what that name is. It's from Warhammer. I know that, but what? What is Doom Bull? They're beaks. Okay. Well, beaks, I'm going to work on that too. There's some coloration I want to do, but I do not know what Doom Bull is. It's a representation of something Warhammer, but I do not know. I'm sure you know, Bones. Yeah, but it must be an Age of Sigmar thing. I've never seen anything like that in 40K. I've never. Yeah, I'm going with a dark brown at first, so that when I do it's easier for me to do the highlights on the mask. But yeah, so customer changed its mind and wanted to go with a brown mask, which is fine with me. Easy enough to fix. It's another reason why I always send my work in process pictures to customers, let them know, hey, this is where it's at, and then they decide, no, I don't like that. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and paint the whole thing like that. Then I'll come back with the Rhinox hide color. All right. I think that shows up pretty good. Well, you're getting more into the you're getting more into the fantasy gaming more, aren't you? Because I saw you were building some stuff for the fantasy game for Dominion. Oh, did I mistake that for yours and it's actually a commission? Yeah, that's a nice color. All right, pretty smooth color going on. I like it. I'm not going to have to do 2 coats with this because I will be highlighting this with a lighter brown, probably Mornfang brown, probably. I figured it was a good time to jump in AOS, plus most of the standalones are Sigmar Universe. Okay. Yeah, I like the way that Dominion looks as far as the game itself, the box, but it's still Age of Sigmar, right? Still Age of Sigmar? Or is Dominion the new name for it, or what? I don't even know. I mean, you just said AOS, but yeah, I know he can cross-platform. Cross-play for Bellacore. It's always good to have something that can do that. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I saw the local store I went to. They opened a new one down the street here. I shouldn't say down the street, a couple miles away, but it just opened up, and it's called Third Coast Games. And guy had a box in there, and he's like, "This is my last one," and I'm like, "I ain't buying it." I mean, I think it was $200, but yeah, I picked it up. I don't know, what does it weigh, like 40 pounds? It's pretty heavy. So, but yeah, I like some of the models. Those new Stormcast look pretty sharp. I like them. The ones with the high and the, I don't know, with high collars like that, and then they got the shields. Pretty swift, man. I like that. So I dig those. Been seeing them on Instagram. Everybody's painting them. I mean, my God. All right, jumping over to another color, Mornfang Brown, Mornfang. A little bit brighter for highlighting purposes, so that we can, we're going to highlight. That's what we're doing. Yeah, that was like Dark Imperium, but I don't think Dark Imperium had that much though. I don't. I've seen that box opened up on YouTube, and I'm like, God, it's a lot. Dark Imperium had a lot, but that Dominion box has way more. I think it does. Okay. All right. So you want to do the um, oh, I forgot about Indominus. Yeah, that was a lot of plastic too. But I didn't get that. I didn't get that set. Uh, But yeah, that Indominus, I like the way that looked. That's set. Now, you've got Curse City. How much plastic is in that versus Dominion? I've held the box for Curse City, and it's pretty big. So I think it's pretty big as well. Okay, that's it for that highlight color. I'm going to brighten it up. Okay, so it's close to Dominion. It's got its weight though, that's for sure. Because I had the box here for a little while. Just mixing some colors, trying to get a lighter tone. I don't have a good in between Mornfang and Xandri Dust. I don't have a good in between color, so I'm making it. And that's no big deal. That's probably bigger than 8th edition and 9th edition rulebook, to be honest. So, yeah. That thing is still dry. This one's not. No, it looks like it's still drying, so we're going to wait. All right, so I got these little tassels here, and I'm not sure what color to paint those. I think we'll go with I'm going to use snakebite leather. I really wish that they would have gone the route with Age of Sigmar and make the leader of the Empire actually the Emperor. That would of 40K. Yeah, I don't like that. Go away. What's his name? Franz. I think his name is Franz. But they were trying. What I remember, I was told. This is what I was told. Now I can't confirm this, but I was told that the old world story was kind of leaning that way. Till Age of Sigmar came out and they nixed that idea. Yeah, see, I've heard that too. That Sigmar is actually the Emperor and stuff, but there's no definitive answer I've heard. Now, I've not researched enough. You probably know more than I do. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. So, okay. This is another good contrast color right here, snakebite leather. I like that color. It's really nice. And so I started listening to the next Siege of Terror book. Terra. Man, that book starts off with a bang, boy. It's like, wow, it just starts off. It's like drops you in the middle of a battlefield and it just goes. Pretty intense. I mean, it should be like that. I mean, my God, it's the fifth book. They should be in the middle of an all-out defense of the palace. But, yep. Okay. That sounded like my garage opened up. That was weird. All right, that's that. Now let's go back to this color. I'm about to pull some of that away, but it's too wet, too watery. Now I'll blend all that in with a nice glaze coat. I'm not really caring for this music. Keep having to just think about what I'm listening to. It should just flow. No. Yeah, we're going to switch it. Yeah, we're going to go back. Don't care for it. We'll give that one a roll. Okay. That's pretty good there. So we're going to do some more highlights. What the hell? Okay. Okay. Very, very nice. It's good. Just basically right now, what I'm doing is I'm highlighting everything that I've painted thus far. I'm working on, and this is a mixture of Xandri dust and Mournfang brown together to get these colors that I'm doing. Kind of wet blending, but not really. There's really not much blending. It's just overlapping of colors and so forth. So this one didn't come out the way I wanted it, so I'm going to go ahead and just. All right, that looks good. I'm going to put in some this color though, just kind of blend it in, because I don't like the way that one looks at the moment. Some more scratching on it so that it looks a little more rugged. Yeah, we're okay there. Okay, bud. See you. Let's see. In order to brighten this up, I'm going to add a little red to it. That was the color I'm using here. Sorry, I didn't say that. That was Rhinox hide. Okay. I'm going to add a little red to it for lighting it up. Now, normally you would probably think, oh, I'll add white or gray, but I'm starting to realize that some colors do better in lightening up a color, other colors, just because of where they are in the color spectrum. So this is providing a much more better transition in color for what I'm doing. So this adds a better brown to a red color, which is my goal, because this is almost a chocolate color, the Rhinox hide, but I want a little more earthy tone. I could add green, but green will make it black, go dark. Red is bright, so I can do that. So now what it's done is it's created this almost a purple color, but it still can transition to this brown real easily. So, and I'm going to use that to highlight a few spots here and there. Mainly right here. Yeah, see, just like that. All I'm doing is highlighting the raised areas of the leather that's on him. Now I'm going to do it again. And see, this doesn't have to be perfect, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a probably Agrax on this, and Agrax will hide a lot of this work that I'm doing, and it'll make it look shadowed, which was what I'm going for. See, now it's blending in easily. Easily. It's just joining the brown. Because when it dries, it softens up. And that's why I chose Mephiston Red. That was the color I went with to for that purpose, because Mephiston Red will soften up, or it'll go more muted. That's why I go with that. So there, it's getting some highlights and whatnot. So yep. So that's already looking really good. But once I get that shadow on there, it's going to really make it come out nicely. So yeah. Back to the gun. And all we're doing, the motions we're doing, is just some back and forth strokes. That's really all we need to do. Yeah, I like the way that looks. It's nice. Nice shadows. I probably should try and use some oil wash on this, but I don't want to. I'm going to stick with just acrylics on this job. Just my own preference. I mean, I could do it. It wouldn't take me long to get it ready, but I want to stick with acrylics this time. Kind of want to stay in this little group, because I've been working with oils a little more than I should, and it's making me a little bit lazy when I paint. And I don't want to be lazy. So there's that. Yeah, I really, really, really like the way that's bonding with that color. So nice. Very nice. Now this is a good song right here. I dig this one. Yeah, this color's almost got a little purple to it. It's kind of weird. I'm sorry, we've got to hear that one again. All right. All right, let's do some Agrex. First, gonna get a drink. All right. Whoo! Agrex O'Shea. Okay. All right, spreading it on here. Going right in here. Yep, that's gonna meld nicely. Just gonna come together. Yeah. Gonna welcome anybody here who's here to stream the first time. Glad you're here. Any questions or comments, or you just want to watch? All are okay. Um, my name is David. Paint miniatures for people. They hire me to paint them the way they want them. I also am starting my classes back up to teach classes locally. I'm also going to be doing free live tutorials on Tuesdays right here on my Twitch channel, as well as my um, excuse me, YouTube channel and Facebook. I'm simulcasting all three right now. Yep, that looks really, really, really good. I'm enjoying that. So yeah, the benefit of using a wash is it does a lot of work for you. But you do a wash wrong, and you're going to mess up all the work you've done. Some people will. That's the one thing about acrylic washes is they are notorious for leaving coffee stain markings in on the Mini. But that's okay. You can fix those simply. Okay, now I'm going to use the I am going to use very watery brown glaze. I need to add some brown to it, darker color. Now, this is how you do glaze. Glaze is where you're spreading the paint out over the pigment out through the water. It's just being spread everywhere. And it's so thin, it's like it just doesn't coalesce very well. Okay? So we're going to be doing a glaze on the mask to kind of blend the colors together now. Now I could do a wash, or I could do layers, but I kind of want to do a glaze. Oops, I need my paper towel. Now I get most of the I take most of the paint off when I do this. Okay. Let that dry. It dries kind of fast, not too fast. Not in my experience. It's very thin. You want it to be thin because you want it to build up slowly. That's it. By usually the second or third coat, you begin to see the fruits of your labor. And you can actually kind of just start moving the glaze to the left or the right to adjust it by adding more strokes after dry times in between dry times and so forth. So yeah. Okay, and we're going to do another glaze as well. This is going to be in the beak area. Okay, and this color is Strachan green. We want this to be very watery. It's adding lots of water. Perfect. Now what it's doing is just adding a little bit of green to it, and that's okay. Just want to hit. We're going to come back and we're going to fix all of it in a little while. I gotta admit, some of this music is really coming along good now. Okay. That's good. It's just a hint of color. Just a hint of color. Glazing does take a little bit longer than layering, but I think I prefer how something looks after you use a glaze on it. Just preference, which is why I use glazes. Layers are just paint on top of paint on top of paint. It is what it implies. So, back to the brown paint. This time, I'm going to stick to the top area. Okay, that's it. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back to the green. Remove the excess. Back through the motions. Now you should be able to see this green a lot more on the camera, perhaps. I see it really good now. It's nice and flat surface. Well, it's kind of flat. This is right here why I like glazes, because you can somewhat control how much color you see, but it's very translucent. I like that. Very, very nice. I'm going to let that dry. Hit it again. This is the other one. Okay. Already I see more green. Slowly building up colors. Now, I think I'm going to do is I'm going to lighten up this color here a little more. This one right here, the brown. And I'm going to add a little bit of Ustabi bone color. It's this one. Weird name, I know. Oh, forgot to shake it. So we're lightening it up now for the purpose of glazing and for highlights. Now it's a little bit too bright. Should have known that by the it would have done that because of the sheer number of paint, quantity of paint. Let's bring some of that in here. There we go. That's better. Go. Making that. Okay. We're going to put one more coat of green on the beaks. And then we're going to do something really crazy after this. We're going to remove some of the green. Okay. Again, this is all glazing. All it is. Real easy to do. The only thing is you just got to be patient. My wife would tell you I'm not the most patient person. But I think the difference in this kind of patience is you just gotta, you can keep going and come back to it later. You don't have to sit and wait. I mean, you gotta wait, but you can do something else while it's going on. That's why I've been working on this over here at the same time. So, best to have multiple things going on you can do while you wait for it to dry. It does take glazes a little bit longer to dry, a little. It's not too long. I think the acrylic paint dries a little bit faster in time. So. Okay. I'm going to go with Going over to Ashtabi bone now. We're going to make a glaze out of that. So all these glazes we're using. All good. I don't need a lot of this. I gotta hear that song again. I want to hear that. Let's see. That one. I dig that one. Sorry. I found a new song, so I like it. I'm gonna have to deal with it. I don't know why I like it, but I like it. So now what we're doing, oh, see, it's got too much on there. I don't want a lot on there. I don't. So what I'm doing is I'm concentrating on the tip of the area now. Yeah, looking good. Now I'm going to jump back over to this thing here. And what I will be doing is adding more highlights as I go along. Okay. And that's going to be the basic color of the mask. For now, that's enough. I could probably add some extreme highlights to it. I don't know if it's going to be worth all that. Nothing dry brushing couldn't accomplish for me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. All right, back over to the Xandri dust. Staying closer to the ends, so I can achieve a better look of a gradient fill than anything else, because I want it to transition towards the other colors slowly. So I'm going to hit it with the green again in a moment. Yeah, it looks good. I like that. Very, very, very smooth. I like that. It's coming out good. I got to fix this under here though, because it's not the way I want it. It's getting there. I'm really liking glazing though. Really, really, really enjoying it. I'm starting to really get the hang of it. Well, at least I like to think so. But hey, you guys are the judges. I just paint them. All right, again, focusing on the ends so we can get the brightest we can get without using white to the natural color. And I'm only tapping the end. And I think we'll get a better result by doing that. So far, I like the way that looks. It's just really, really, I'm impressed with that. Really, really impressed. I need that. There we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see how this all blends together. Because right now it's looking really, really nice. I'm going to try to transition some more gray down into that, but that's okay. All right, so now we're going to hit this area. We're going to pay attention to only the ends. Another quiet night, that's for sure. Nobody really in the chat. Got somebody watching. I don't know who it is. They lurking. But that's okay. Okay, gonna hit it with some more green. It's good. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some of this Dawn Stone. It's Dawn Stone. No. I need Dawn Stone. Here it is. I'm gonna make a glaze out of that now. I shouldn't need much of this. All right. Now what I'm going to be doing is pushing the gray down just a little bit, just that's all I'm doing. There, that looks good. I don't need much gray on this. It just adds a little bit of definition to the area. That's all I wanted. I'm going to try this. A little bit of powder witch flesh. Just a little bit. Mixed with the Xandri dust. Yeah, that worked good. Okay. Alrighty. So, been out here an hour and 15 minutes. Accomplished a great deal of things. It's come along nicely. I like it. I'll be posting some pictures up on the interweb very soon. All right, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you everybody that dropped by.